we are going to discuss payroll calculation, including all the pay heads, and we are also going to show TDS deduction on salaries. Yeah, so I have a template. I will also share this template in the WhatsApp group. Okay, you just check this once. Employee code, employee name, employees, PAN card you need to maintain, because from this payroll sheet we collect TDS information also. So to upload the data again in PF, you remember for Sana, Anil Enclave, we used to maintain their PAN cards. Their PAN cards also reported to government in Form 26Q. For that, you also need to maintain PAN card of the employee. So, employee code, employee name, PAN card. And here the working days I have taken, and you need to maintain manually the working days and the present days. And this is a fixed basic salary at the time of recruitment. Whatever salary was promised, is now available. So at the time of recruitment, you will promise some salary. If you attend 24 days, I will pay 9,000. But the employee attended only for 23 days. Are you going to pay full salary? No. So here we are going to calculate all pay heads and deductions, including TDS, cess and charge. Then we also go for all other calculations. Yeah. For ESI, I am going to press Ctrl plus sign or right click and go to insert to add ESI validation. I will tell you later what is this ESI validation. Okay, we'll start from here. Yeah, working days clear. Next, what? Basic. How you calculate basic? The formula for basic calculation is equals to the promised basic salary multiplied by total presence by working days equals to basic salary F5 equals to basic salary multiplied by working days out of present days. What is actual salary? 9,000. As the respective person attended only for how many days? 23 days. I am going to pay only 8,000. So fixed basic is the amount you promised at the time of the recruitment on employment offer letter, and basic salary is now I am going to pay based on their attendance. Okay, what next you have? DA. DA stands for what? Dearness allowance. Dearness allowance. To offset impact of inflation, government employees will be receiving DA. A small example I will explain. Let's say your salary 9,000 in the last year. To buy the basket of, you have any doubts? No. So consider in the last year your salary was 9,000. In this year also your salary was same 9,000. In the last year, the cost of goods and services you purchased for your lifestyle costing you also same 9,000. So in the last year your salary 9,000, basket means the total your household requirement, clothes, your lifestyle, entertainment, all everything is known as basket. So in the last year, your salary 9,000, the basket, the expenditure, your household, the total basket of your goods and services expenditure also 9,000. So no problem. You used to buy the goods with your salary 9,000. You have some purchase power, you purchased it. But in next year, due to inflation, the goods prices, services prices increased. In the last year, you used to buy a soap at 10 rupees. Now you need to spend 15 rupees to buy same soap. So last year the basket price also 9,000, but this year consider the basket price increased to 10,000. But your salary still remain as 9,000. To maintain purchase power of our employees, to offset the impact of inflation on our employees, government will be giving you 1,000 rupees, not in the name of basic, but in the name of DA, dearness allowance. Again in next year, if more 1,000 increased, government will be giving you more 1,000 dearness allowance based on the inflation, based on CPI, Consumer Price Index. The government will be keep hiking dearness allowance, that is DA. But when it comes to private employees, see, if it is a government, that is very huge system. There will be 1,000 lakhs of employees will be working in government organization. So it is very difficult to increase their pay scale. So instead of increasing the basic 9,000 to 10,000, the basic salary 9,000 will be continued. The extra 1,000 will be given to the employees in the name of DA by the governments. But when it comes to private sector, I will have less than 1,000 employees. So what I will do, I will directly increase my basic from 9,000 to 10,000. So in private companies will add the inflation directly in the salary in the name of increment of a salary. But when it comes to government organization, instead of increasing the salary, the government will help you by giving DA. You got my point? So DA, dearness allowance, mostly applicable to whom? Government employees, state government and central government. If any private company would like to give, would like to support for purchase power, they will directly give you what? Increased basic. They will directly increase the basic. You got my point? So mostly private companies do not offer DA, but if your company offering, you do it. It can be 10%. It can be 20%, it can be 30%, 40%. Based on company practices and policies, some companies do pay DA to their employees, some companies do not. It is mandatory for governments. It is not mandatory for private. Any private company would like to help you for inflation offset, they can directly give an increment of basic salary. Consider our company also giving some DA, dearness allowance. Yeah, they will increase. When DA becoming more than basic, my basic 9,000, if let's say in this year inflation 10%, so they will give you 10%. Next year, in 21 10%, 22 20%, in 2030 inflation become 100%. So when they add 100% of DA, it will become 9,000 basic, 9,000 DA. Then it is mandatory to add DA into basic salary for governments. When the DA crossing the basic, DA will be added into the basic directly. If my DA becoming more than 9,000, not. So up to until that point it is okay. When your DA crossing, but there is a rule more than 50%, which means on 9,000. If DA crossing 4,500, it is mandatory again to directly increase basic instead of giving a DA. Okay, there is some rules also available. Consider we are all working in private organization. So consider it is not mandatory for your company, but still if your company offering any DA, let's say our company offering, what is the yearly inflation? I think 7.86, I don't know. In between 6 to 8% of the inflation is there in India. India inflation, I think 6.76, I think so.
On the basic,
huh?
On the basic or gross?
On the basic. So consider our company offering 10%. So basic into 10 by 100. The calculated basic, not the promised basic. Select and drop down. Next, what you have? HRA. HRA is a pay head offered by an employer to the employee for accommodation. Okay. So it is again not mandatory. Some companies do maintain, some companies do not. But there is a rule. Every registered company who registered in metropolitan city, they should pay 50% HRA on basic plus DA. Companies located in metropolitan cities, they should pay 50% HRA to their employees. House rent allowance for my accommodation. And for non-metropolitan cities like towns and mandals and villages, that companies should pay 40%. Okay? So like Hyderabad, Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai, Surat, Ahmedabad, this thing, they should pay 50% to their employees on basic plus DA, and non-metropolitan cities 40%. So E equals to the formula, E equals to, consider we located in a metropolitan city, so I go by 50%. So basic plus DA, close bracket, how much? Multiplied by 50 by 100. दोनों को bracket में लगाना, multiplied by 50%. हो गया? Next. What is next? CA. 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 Remember? CA. Conveyance allowance is for commuting expenses. Commuting expenses. తెలుగులో రానుపోను ఛార్జీలు అంటాం. आने जाने का जो चार्जेस रहते हैं ना, commuting expenses is the amount you spend to reach from your residence to workplace, workplace to residence. CA will be given by employer to the employee only if any transport system not arranged by the employer. Most of the companies provide cab facilities to their employees, you remember, right? So if any transport system not arranged by the company may offer CA. Some companies provide you metro tickets, some companies provide the compensation for bus pass, bus tickets, petrol. Okay, so company to company it may be fixed, it may be variable. But as an employee, every month 1600 CA received by the employer is exemption. I no need to pay tax on 1600 per month, which means on yearly basis, if I receive 19,200 CA from my owner as an employee, if I receive 19,200, if I receive 20,000, I should consider income as only 800. 19,200 is under exemption. For employee, while filing income tax return, employee can claim yearly CA exemption up to rupees 19,200. Any amount received more than 19,200 from the employer, for employee it is taxable.
Only 90,200 is fixed.
That is under exemption.
That is an exemption.
That is fixed.
For every employee.
Every employee it is fixed. Let's say you have received monthly CA 3,000. Consider you have received monthly CA from your employer 3,000. So yearly you received,
36,000.
but 19,200 exemption. The balance is taxable. You need to show that as an income from salary. You need to pay taxes on it. You remember I shown you in the last class ITR 1 filing, professional taxes paid minus ऐसा ये भी दिखा सकते हैं. Okay, remember. So here, that's the reason most of the companies offer. That's the reason most of the companies offer monthly CA 1,600. Some companies pay based on your actual expenditure for commuting. If you are traveling 100 km, your CA will be different compared to a person traveling only 15 kilometers, right? So some companies, they follow fixed CA, some companies follow variable CA. So I don't confirm anything. It can be, again I confirm, it can be fixed or it can be variable. Based on company policies and practices, you need to go. So it can be any random value or it can be even zero. If your company not offering at the time of recruitment in the employment contract, companies will confirm whether they are going to pay CA or not in your CTC, yes or no. If they mention in the CTC, they will provide you CA. If they don't mention, they don't provide. So based on the offer you accepted, you will get the benefits. Next what? TA also is travel allowance. What is travel allowance?
If you are going from one location to another location.
After reaching the business location, on your business schedule, if you move from one place to another place, if any travel expenditure occurred, that amount will be reimbursed by your employer to you in the name of travel allowance after reaching the office on office duty. Example, sales executives. I am working in a company located in Gachibowli. Today they have given me a marketing strategy towards Madhapur. So from Gachibowli to Madhapur, I will all go around. If there is a 200 rupees is a petrol expenditure, that amount will be given to me. Is it my personal expenditure or is on duty traveling? It's on duty traveling. So that amount will be given to you in the name of travel allowance. Is it clear? So again, based on the trips you made, it may be again fixed, it may be variable. Correct? Next. What next you have? LTA. Leave cum travel allowance. Leave cum travel allowance. Which means they will give you leave, they will pay for it. They also give you some lump sum amount for your tour plans. Paid holidays plus tour package. Let's say Google company CEO, business trips. That's what. Sundar Pichai. Maybe Google company will be giving LTA to Sundar Pichai by giving leave to him, again by giving a 10 lakhs for his travel. To keep skilled employees connected to the same business, to keep employees connected to the same business to avoid other company offers, companies may also provide LTA benefits. Okay?
Most in abroad, they give 1 month, 4 weeks of, and not in 1 month. someone saying
It can be, right?
It's,
So you heard it.
Yeah. Paid
So
holidays.
like that, if your company going to offer such kind of leaves plus travel allowances, you can list them here. Consider my company not giving anything, so go by 00. It is there, okay, you need to provide them. Next what? Bonus. Bonus Act 1965. I need to explain. Did you ever heard any employees during Diwali they will receive double salary?
Yes.
Why? Any rules?
No, there is no rules.
There is a rule. That's what I'm saying. Most of the employer don't reveal it. It is a bonus. It is not festival bonus. It is Bonus Act 1965. I will tell you the story. Look. You know the state we are in the state of Telangana. State wage limit. Consider our state wage limit is 8,500, which means your, just for example I am stating, for West Bengal it is different, for Bihar it is only 5,500. So Telangana state wage limit approximately 8,500 and country minimum wage limit 7,500, whichever is higher here, state wage. So on this amount 8% to 20%. You got my point? What is the state wage limit? 8,500. Let's say employee salary is 7,000 plus DA, an employee salary is 7,000 plus DA, let's say example 700. In both of these, whichever is lower, okay, it is, okay, I will write here, wait a minute, I will explain in a clear way. Telangana state wage example 7,500. 8,500. But in 2017, government announced with the act, I don't remember the year, yeah, okay, it can be 19, country-wise limit is 7,000. Out of the both, whichever is higher, state wage limit is higher. And then you also need to consider the employee basic plus DA. Consider employee basic plus DA is, let's say 7,000 plus 700. What is out of these both? What is the lower amount? So first we need to consider the country minimum wage limit and the state, whichever is higher, 8,500, and employee basic plus DA, whichever is lower. So on 7,000, companies may pay 8% to 20% bonus. Consider in financial year 22 and 23. In which year? Financial year 22-23. So whichever is lower in this both amount, 7,700. On this, let's say companies do opt a minimum amount of 8%. Actually, companies may pay in between 8% bonus to 20% bonus, but most of the companies go by the minimum 8%. So consider 8%. So on 7,700, I go by 8%. So what is the monthly bonus? So during the financial year April to March, how many months? 12 months. The accumulated bonus every month is 616, likely for 12 months. What is the total bonus calculated? These bonus will be given to the employees during the financial year 23-24. Within first 8 months, the amount needs to be paid, which means April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Diwali comes in between September, October, November. So April से लेकर November तक, before November, that amount, how much amount? So in the, let's say it is in October. So now in the month of October, that particular employee receive his basic. How much basic? 7,700 plus bonus. How much bonus? So he will, in that 1 month, he will feel I received double salary. It is not the double salary. It is bonus. Act 1965. You got my point? समझ में आ गया? I will tell you one more example. Let's say another state. Consider Bihar. Just for example, okay? 5,500 Bihar state wage limit. Each and every state, they have their own state wage limits. Means the minimum amount for their employee. Okay, look. So what is the countrywide state wage limit? 7,500. Wait a minute. I will tell you one more story. Look, there are some employees whose basic is 15,000. Again, I am taking same Telangana example. For first employee, how much we have taken? 7,700 basic. Now there is one more employee whose basic is 15,000 basic plus DA. Example. So here, what is the country-wise state wage limit? Country limit 7,500. Telangana state limit 8,500. What is the employee? Out of these both, whichever is higher? 8,500. Out of this both, whichever is lower? Now you should consider company will not pay bonus on 15,000. Company will pay only on whichever is lower here. So first you need to consider your state and country. If your country wage is whichever is higher here, whichever is higher, and here whichever is lower. You got my point? If you now in this case, what is lower here? So on 8,500, 8%. He will not receive total 15,000 bonus. He will receive bonus only on 680. 680 multiplied by 12. So in the next year he will receive 15,000 plus half of 15,000. Now he will feel so one employee whose basic was 7,700, he got another 7,000. How much it was? 3 कितना आया था? I don't remember. 3,600. Okay, whatever. So the first employee felt my salary was 7,700. I got equal bonus, but another employee will feel that why I got only half bonus. It is not double the salary or half the salary. It is the bonus act. Okay, you got my point? So एक employee को 15,000 basic, उसको आएगा bonus only 8,000. There is one more employee bonus basic 7,700. He got equal. Consider. Now there is one more case. I'll tell you one more case. In this case, let's say Bihar. State wage limit 5,500. Out of this both, whichever is lower, whichever is higher, 7,500. Out of 7,500 and this 15,000, whichever is lower. Now you should go on this. Here we should not consider state limit because state limit is less than countrywide limit. That's the reason we should go by on 7,500. This amount will be 8% will be calculated. Okay. So for bonus calculation, two things you should remember. What is that? State wage limit and country base. Here, what you consider? Whichever is
lower.
higher.
Acha, okay. Whichever is
Whichever is higher. You need to compare with employee basic plus DA. इन दोनों में let's say here इन दोनों में whichever is lower on 8,500 bonus 8% will be calculated. You got my point? Consider there is one employee here, whichever is lower 8,500. So on this bonus 8, let's say there is one employee whose salary only 6,000, but still he will eligible to get bonus on
8,000.
that is a condition. Okay, remember you check once the entire bonus act. When you are free, I will share the PDF. You read it thoroughly. So in 1 month only he will receive bonus. Okay, his salary 8,000, in that month he will receive nearly 7,700 something bonus. But in regular third financial year, no bonus. Only before Diwali in October, November, December they will receive basic plus bonus. So consider I am not giving any bonus in this month. If you have bonus, you provide it. Okay, if you don't have, keep it 0. Okay, next what you have, other allowances other than bonus, any incentives, any overtime duties. If you want, you can change the name of this field. Again I confirm, all these may be fixed or variable based on company practices and policies. It may be fixed, it may be variable. Companies gives it a company's own policy. तो आप ऐड करना कंपनी मेडिकल बोल के.
Medical insurance?
ESI, that is different.
No. Medical insurance they give. So life insurance I don't think so. Maybe some companies have one. Health insurance is not giving.
ESI will be there. ESI covers health insurance, no?
Government employees, sir. But private.
For private employees also. All this calculation I am showing for private employees only. You can look now in the green tabs. Whatever we have taken, all are earnings will include gross. So gross equals to, I am changing the color of the cell. Gross equals to sum open bracket from where basic to other allowances. All together the gross is generated. How much gross? 15,831. Okay. Next. So basic 8,000. Altogether 15,000. Next what? PF. PF is one of the world's largest social security scheme. Worldwide, the largest scheme across the globe, the largest social and financial security scheme maintained by EPFO, Employee Provident Fund Organization, under Ministry of Labour, Government of India. It is a central government scheme, huh? Yeah. So every employee, whoever making money in their engage after the retirement of, at the age of 58, from this PF account, they will get lump sum amount, and at the same time they also get monthly pension, National Pension Scheme, Employee Pension Scheme, EPS. Out of this 12%, some amount goes to EPF account, some amount goes to EPS, Employee Pension Scheme. Okay. So the EPF will give lump sum benefit after the retirement. EPS will give routine monthly pension to the employee. So it is all about retirement saving. I am working in a company in Engage. After 58, who will take care of me? For that, this scheme was provided. It is applicable for both private companies and as well as government companies. Every company employed more than 10 employees, for them it is mandatory to become a member of EPF organization, to deduct PF from the employees, to contribute more 12%. Means as a company, I will deduct 12% from employee salary. I need to add more 12%. Total 24% amount I need to deposit on employee's PF account.
So that can be taken any moment.
Not immediately. At the time of resignation, 100% withdrawal allowed. At the time of resignation or retirement, 100% allowed. In vacation, like your wedding, your family member's wedding, dependent medical emergency, you can draw some partial amounts. Only after 5 years, you can draw full amount from EPF account. After the retirement. Huh? No. Employee will have own right to withdraw the money. Just like bank account.
5-10 years much that PF office will discoach.
Yeah. You no need to contact your employer. There is no relation to the employer duties, only deducting PF and depositing PF on the account. Then they don't have any other privileges on it.
We directly go and
employer should go to EPFO office. They can apply for the withdrawal request. They can take passbook. They can do it.
That's it.
Yes. Look, in India, every employer employed more than 12 employees should become opt for EPF contributions. More than 20 employees mandatory, less than 20 employees voluntary. So you can become a member with EPF organization as an employer. It is mandatory to you if you employ more than 20 employees, and it is optional to you, but you can go voluntary basis. How much?
24.
See, if it is mandatory to you, the percentage will be 12. If it is optional to you, the percentage can be 10 also. 2 slabs, 10% PF accounts, 12%. But there is one rule. If you covered once, always covered. Once covered, always covered. Which means, let's say in the last year, I have 30 employees. So I became a member with EPF organization as an employer, company owner. In next year, if I have only 5 employees, I cannot opt out. If you once opt in, lifetime the membership will be continued.
30%, 30 people.
For remaining 5 also you need to continue.
Okay. But
Just same 12%. Once covered in 12, always covered in.
And whoever joined next also we have to cover
12% only. Even if you have, after becoming member with EPF organization, just because you have only 5 employees, you cannot opt out it. You need to continue the membership. The same rule is also applicable to employees. The ceiling limit is 15,000. The ceiling limit is what? Every employee whose salary is less than 15,000, for them PF is mandatory. Less than 15,000 per month. If my salary only 14,000, it is always mandatory. Okay. Let's say I am the person worked in old company where my salary was 14% in the last year, 14,000. In the next year, they are joining in your company directly with salary 25,000. Still, you need to deduct PF 12%. Because he became already member in the last organization. The membership will be continued in your organization also. As the rule says, once covered, always covered. But first time employees, which means consider Anand Kotakonda joining in your company for the first time in his lifetime, directly with a salary more than 15,000. Is it not mandatory? Because Anand Kotakonda considered earlier he did not work in any company. He never be a member with EPF organization. He is joining your company directly with a salary more than 15,000. Now you need to ask him, sir, your salary more than 15,000? But it is not compulsory to you. Do you still like to contribute on voluntary basis? You should ask them. So the first time employees, whoever joining in your company directly with a salary package, basic plus DA greater than 15,000, for them it is not mandatory, but you need to ask them, sir, your salary directly more than 15,000, it is not mandatory to you, but still do you like to become a member or not? If they say yes, contribute PF, or else go by. Got my point? Samjh mein aa gaya? Remember this point. So I go by what? But there is one more rule. What is that one more rule? You see the employee Kiran Gangaram Chavan. What is a Kiran Gangaram Chavan total salary? The basic is 1 lakh. If he opted, is it mandatory to him? Direct salary, first time joining in your company with 1 lakh salary. He never member in any old organization. He not a member with EPF organization in old companies. So it is not mandatory to opt in your company. It is optional. But again you ask, okay sir, you never be a member with organization. Now you are joining in our company. Do you like to become member with EPF organization from our company onwards? If you like to contribute, if you are looking for retirement saving, please let us know. Let's say Kiran Gangaram said, yes, my salary more than 15,000, but I would like to contribute for PF. They say yes. So how much you deduct? PF 12%. And what amount? Equals to open bracket on basic plus DA. On basic plus DA, you should deduct 12%. So how much? क्या मारा भाई?
13,200 he can pay per month.
He need to contribute from here his salary 13,000. At the same time, company also should bear more 13,000. Will companies accept this? His salary more than 15,000. He need a good retirement. Because of that, he is contributing 12% on total package. Why would I? Companies ko loss hota na. So companies will not accept. So companies will now offer him, okay sir, your salary more than 15,000, your salary 1 lakh, but you contribute on ceiling limit of 15,000. Even though if your salary 15,000, we will deduct PF only on the ceiling amount of 15,000. So which means on 15,000, the flat amount will be only, that means 1800 rupees. So employee contribute 1800, employer also contribute another 1800. Why would employer contribute 13,000? They don't want to lose, right? So if any employee with a salary package more than 15,000, for them we need to deduct minimum on what? Ceiling limit.
15,000.
Less than 15,000, PF mandatory. On total amount 12%. Any employee whose salary more than 15,000, but still you consider wages for PF as only 15,000. Okay? So here that's the reason you don't apply the formulas here directly. You should not do like this directly, basic plus DA 12%. Look, what formula we should apply here? Equals to if equals to if open bracket sum of what? If sum of open bracket if sum of basic plus DA, if sum of basic plus DA less than, if sum of basic plus DA what? What is G5? Basic. What is H5? DA. If sum of basic plus DA less than 15,000, उससे कम है तो open bracket. On G5 plus H5 you go 12%. If basic plus DA less than 15,000, on basic plus DA give me how much? 12%. Or else अगर 15,000 से कम नहीं ज़्यादा है तो give me flat. Why 1800? On 15,000 12% is 1800. So that's the reason I'm directly giving the result of 1800. So समझ में आ गया? If basic plus DA less than 15,000 on total amount, on total basic plus DA 12%. If it is more than, give me what only? 1800. So the result will be 1800 or less than 1800. Now you see 1139. How come 1139? हाँ, एक एम्प्लॉय के लिए हम काउंट करेंगे. Basic plus DA. What is basic plus DA? 9,000. So on this amount how much? 12%. So how much? 1139. Now for second employee, what is basic? 15,500 plus DA. Total 17,050, but actual 12% is how much? 2,046. But how much we are going to deduct only? For second person, how much was scheme? Actual PF.
2046.
You got my point. If any employee's salary less than 15,000 on the amount 12%, if any employee salary more than 12%, go only by 1800. Okay, that's the reason most of the pay slips you see PF 1800. That's it. No more 1800. But still, companies can contribute on higher wages also. You got my point? Still, companies are open to contribute more. If any employee contribute on higher than 15,000, if company also wish to contribute on higher than 15,000, both together, they should write a request letter to EPF organization. Okay? Then you can go by direct formula. Basic plus DA, whatever, no, nothing, directly 12%. Okay? As companies don't want to lose money more than the 1800, they go by the minimum 12%. But still,
People like CEOs or something.
never. Look, next what? ये तो हो गया. Next one. So I'm going to remove these areas. The unnecessary we have written. I delete them. Next what? Pay head. ESI. For ESI, I need to explain other things also. For ESI, remember the limit for ESI is the basic plus DA plus HRA if it is less than 21,000. What is क्या बोल तू ना employee state insurance. Any employee whose income less than 21,000. Tomorrow if they go to any hospital, they cannot bear hospital expenditure. So they need some help from the government. So that benefits are provided in the name of ESI. Even at the death, even in case of sickness, in case of illness, in case of death, in case of even ESI, you also receive cash for your funeral. దహనంలో కూడా డబ్బులు వస్తాయి. That benefits also covered in ESI. But who are eligible? Employees gross wages. For PF wages basic plus DA. For ESI gross wages. I'm not talking about gross earnings. Gross wages means 3. Basic plus DA plus HRA. Wages are what? Basic plus DA. Gross wages what? Basic plus DA plus HRA. And all these will become earnings. Not on earnings. On gross wages. You see the term. Wages, gross earnings. Not on the earnings, but on gross wages of what? Basic plus DA plus HRA. If any employee basic plus DA plus HRA less than 21,000 are eligible. Okay? But remember, there is one rule in India. Consider I am in the financial year 23-24. Year will have total how many months? April to half, October to March half. Okay, the first 6 months will be known as contribution period 1, first contribution period and the second contribution period. Consider in the month of April, a employee salary was 15,000. He is eligible for this ESI benefits or not? I said basic plus DA plus HRA 15,000. Is a person eligible or not? Eligible. Okay. So in the month of May, consider the person's salary suddenly increased to 25,000 rupees. 21,000 is the limit for ESI eligibility. But here, how much I said? In the month of May, the employee salaries rapidly increased to 25,000. Most of the people apply the formula directly like this. कैसा बोल के? Equals to open bracket, if open bracket sum of basic, अगर basic plus DA plus HRA less than 21,000 है तो डिडक्ट करो, greater than 21,000 है तो डिडक्ट नहीं करो. They will apply the formulas directly in this way. But you should not do like this, because in some cases, our employee case only, our employee April salary basic plus DA plus HRA 15,000, our employee May salary 25,000. If you apply direct formula for the month of May, ESI will be deducted or not? Because employee salary directly, now in the first month how much? Into 0.75 by 100, 0.75%. So 112 rupees ESI will be deducted in the month of May. As a salary more than 25,000, more than 21,000, ESI will not be deducted. But you should deduct. If any employee eligible in 1 month in any contribution period, he will retain eligible for entire contribution period irrespective of the salary. Our employee April salary 15,000, our employees May salary rapidly increased to 25,000, but still you need to deduct TDS ESI 0.75%. So how much? Even though salary more than 21,000, you need to deduct ESI because he is eligible in the first month. He will retain eligible for total contribution period. Year नहीं, पूरा साल का नहीं, first 6 months. if same salary continued till May, June, July, like this, yeah, in the month of June also, so till March, you have same salary 25,000. You need to continue the same formula by till what? He is eligible for April, so irrespective of salary, he will be entitled for eligible. Till what? Till end of the contribution period. When second contribution period starts? October. Now you need to check. Is the salary 25,000 basic plus DA plus HRA less than 21,000? Greater than 21,000? Now here greater than 21,000. So he will be disqualified from the ESI benefits. So that's the reason you never maintain the formulas like this. You add a validation first. इनका ESI बेनिफिट अलाउ करना या नो करना, यस या नो बोल के एक वैलिडेशन ऐड करो. You set the validation manually based on these rules. Okay, based on these rules are provided, you set up the yes or no options manually. Okay, and then you continue the calculations. So consider in first month less than 21,000 for remaining all people. No, 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 no. Last person. Yes. समझ में आ गया. Next month again you need to check. If this person who Anand Kotakonda is eligible for April, so he will remain eligible for total 6 months. So you need to set up the status manually. Okay, don't make it automatic ever. After adding the validation, you go to ESI calculations. Okay, समझ में आ गया. So now we need to apply a different kind of formula. What formula I should use now? I need to first check the validation. अगर only if it is yes, अगर इधर yes है तो, then only on gross wages of basic plus DA plus HRA I will contribute 0.75% or else no. Okay, you can see 0.75% on basic plus DA. Look, equals to if open bracket. I'll check on what? Q5. What is Q5? Q5 is a place where we have added the validation. Whether we need to check it manually, person by person, you need to check whether they are eligible or not every month. April to September again to that time. If he is eligible in April, till September eligible. If the person eligible in October, till March he is eligible. Okay. So if Q5 equals to yes, correct? If Q5 equals to yes, open bracket, and what amount?
Basic DA
On basic plus DA plus HRA. If Q5 equals to yes, basic plus DA plus HRA, अगर वो है तो ऐड करना, नहीं तो 0, close bracket, into 0.75 by 100. Come, this is the true statement. What is the false statement? अगर yes नहीं तो, if it is yes, calculate 0.75%. If it is not, give me what? 0, close the bracket. That's the formula. If Q5 equals to yes, on basic plus DA plus HRA, give me 0.75%. If Q5 equals to not yes, अगर yes है तो 0.75. If it is no, give me what directly? True statement yes, false statement 0. And I remove the decimal places here. remove. Why 0? Because status it as
Please set up as a 0.
here is no, so 0. अगर इधर yes है तो value आएगा. Employee here for PF, employee 12% plus employer 12%. Of course, employer also add one more 12%. One more percentage. So employee will add 12%, employer will add 12 plus more 1%. Out of that extra 1%, EDLI, employee linked depository for insurance 0.5%, for charges for government in maintaining websites and all for you. So you need to pay extra 0.5% EPF charges, admin charges. So whatever employee spending 12%, another same amount plus extra 1% will be spent by employer for PF. Likely for ESI, how much employee will contribute? 0.75%. So more amount. So employee how much? 0.75 employee plus employer 3.25. Total ESI 4%. Total PF 24%. Total PF 24 out of employee contribution 12, employer contribution 12, total 24. Out of ESI total 4%, 0.75 employee, 3.25 employer. Means how much? If employee contributing equals to 3.25 by 0.75 into 66. So how much company will add more? So total 352. Out of 352, 286 rupees contributed by company. हाँ समझ में आ गया. Remember, just to show you, I will add directly here 4 by 100. कितना रहा? That is correct. 107 is ajaja. Sorry. Here I have taken it, right? I have taken this fellow, right? Sorry. Can you see 354? That is here. Paisa, rupee, 2 rupees different because it is a paisa format. Okay. Remember. So 3.25%, 286, 0.75%, that is 352. Total deposit 352. Remember. So PF 12%, employee 12% more, employer, and ESI 0.75% employee, and more amount 3.25% will be added by. So remember this fold, the balance amount will be paid by employee. Next what? The main thing, professional tax. In Telangana, I am talking about Telangana rules, okay? In Telangana, salary less than 15,000, professional tax 0. Salary greater than 15,000 but less than 20,000, professional tax 150 rupees. Salary greater than 20,000, it is a state tax, state level professional tax. Why do government collect professional tax?
To maintain these stores.
You are utilizing government infrastructure to reach from Secunderabad to Gachibowli. You are using all government facilities. So via using that facility, you are doing your job. So you should contribute some for development also. Okay? As a structure given by the yeah. But there is a rule. Yes, everything. But rule as per the central government, any professional tax, any state should not collect more than 2,500. So Telangana government collecting 2,400 highest. Means monthly 200, likely for 12 months. So total 2,400. You won't pay. Employer will pay. But in the ITR1 filing, I also shown you, remember? Disclaiming. Meer gurtunda 50,000 standard deduction plus 2,400 on 9,60,000 income.
Yes.
Right, you remember? On 9,60,000 minus 50,000 standard deduction minus our taxable is only 9,07,000. You remember when we are practicing ITR1? 100% professional tax. You also can claim. But if you see the state of Maharashtra state government collect 200 rupees for 11 months. Total how much? For the last month, they will collect a professional tax. How much you know? So altogether, the professional tax will become just to use maximum eligible amount, to collect maximum amount. Telangana government collecting maximum amount of 2,400. Maharashtra government, they will collect for first 11 months 200 per month. So total 2,200. Only for the last month they will collect 300 as a professional tax to meet maximum ceiling limit. Okay. Again in Karnataka different rules. Karnataka. Not here. This is a rule of Karnataka. What is the rule? What is the difference between Telangana and Karnataka? In Telangana, more than 20,200. In Karnataka, more than 25,200. Okay. So, based on the state, it is a state level, not all countries, all states in India. Nearly 15 states are collecting professional tax. All South Indian states, but in North India, a few states not collecting these professional taxes. I will share the list to you. Only 15 states are collecting. I will share the list also. So now what formula I should apply here? Equals to the gross. What is gross? O5. Here, the address O5, right? So if open bracket, if gross, if O5 greater than 20,000, I am following Telangana rules. If gross more than 20,000, how much? 200. Here I will be using another formula called as IFS, test result. IFS formula for multiple test, multiple results. If gross more than 20,000, give me 200 professional tax result, comma. If gross, if O5 greater than 15,000, give me 150 rupees result, comma. If gross greater than, less than or equals to 15,000, give me 0. More than 20,000, 200. More than 15,000, 150. Less than or equal to 15,000, go for 0. Clear? समझ में आ गया? Why this is not calculated for last employee?
Is it less than
He is earning less than
15,000?
the red color gross earnings, right? Only 10,000. So no professional tax. Okay. Next, the main thing, income tax. I think you remember this ITR 1 filing class. How many attended offline class?
No.
You all attended offline class, ITR 1. Did you remember? Look, it's all about income tax calculation. I will show you in financial year. I am taking an example of Kiran Gangaram, okay? Kiran Gangaram 7. I am giving salary to Kiran Gangaram in the year 23 and 24. What is April salary? April gross. Just consider April gross 1,66,600. Why we are going to deduct TDS on salary? As per the provisions of Income Tax Act 1961. You remember these notes? What is the section? 192. What is the section 192? TDS on salary. As per the rule, TDS on salary, every individual, whoever is receiving taxable income, subject to deduct TDS. What is the section for TDS on salary? 192. But here remember, there are three sections. 192A. 192A is for whom? State government employees. 192C central union government employees, and for us 192B for private sector. So we are going to deduct TDS on salary as per the provisions of 1961 Income Tax Act 192. As a company owner, if I am giving any person taxable income, I should deduct TDS. Why government started TDS on salaries? Huh? Why government started collecting TDS on salaries? Look, when we file the returns, so if we pay monthly salaries 1,66,000 likely for 12 months, 19,99,200 is a Kiran Gangaram salary he is earning in financial year 23-24. When he will pay taxes to government? In the next assessment year 24-25, by July 31st he need to file the returns. On this income he should pay taxes in next year. But in next year, whether he file taxes, whether he pay taxes to government or not sure. Government don't believe in Kiran Gangaram employee, received salary in financial year, going to pay taxes in assessment. Whether he will pay taxes or not, government don't believe in them. So to introduce TDS on salary, there are some, not only this rule, but there are some. One is to make to get regular flow of revenue. When Kiran Gangaram will pay taxes to government? In assessment year. Instead of asking Kiran Gangaram to pay taxes to the government in assessment year, government order me, I am a payer to Kiran Gangaram. I am paying to Kiran Gangaram. So government said to me in the section 192, don't pay to your employees full amount, deduct their future tax, their assessment tax in financial year in the name of TDS. So whatever taxes he is going to pay in assessment year, I should deduct in financial year in the name of TDS on salary. Whatever taxes he is going to pay to the government in next year, I need to deduct within the financial year in the name of what? So now as a company owner, before giving him first month salary, I need to project what is his expected yearly income. So what is the monthly income I am going to pay now? 1,66,000. So what is the yearly income? 19 lakhs. Now this is the total income. This is what? Gross total income. Now here I need to go for computation. What computation? Income tax projected, not accurate now, because they don't know what is the, based on their presence and absence, it may reduce, it may increase. Yes or no? I need to do what? Projected income, estimated calculation. So for financial year, projected tax computation. What is the income from salary? For Kiran Gangaram, now I am going to calculate what is his future tax, expected tax. What is Kiran Gangaram salary? 19 lakhs, 99,200. You remember, minus standard deductions. How much? 50,000. You remember, minus what is the minus? Professional tax. Every month his salary more than 20,000. So every month will deduct how much PF? Professional tax. 200, likely for 12 months. So minus 2,400. So what is the taxable salary? Abhi aayega. Wait a minute. A standard deduction. ये स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन के ऊपर अगेन चैप्टर 6 डिडक्शन भी आएगा इफ किरण गंगाराम ऑप्टेड फॉर ओल्ड रिजीम. If Kiran Gangaram opted for new regime, direct slabs 0 to 3 lakhs 0%, 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs 5%. For every increment of 5%, 5 lakh 3 lakhs 5% taxes will be added. Do you remember ITR 1 class? I covered there. Consider he is going to opt for old tax regime. Okay, so there are so many sections, right? Like 80C, 80D medical, 80DDB treatment for specified diseases, 80E interest paid on education loan, 80EE home loan, 24B second year regular home loan interest paid. There are so many sections. Now how he is going to predict his future expenses, because I am in the financial year April, I am going to discharge first month salary. Before giving first month salary, how he will come to know his deductions and expenses? After giving him a salary, he may spend some money, then he can invest some money, right? So in the month, in financial year, in first month April, I did not even paid salary. Before giving salary, I am deducting TDS by estimating. So he cannot predict any expenses. What he can predict? Can you imagine how much you are going to spend for your medical bills in future? Based on the illness you will get, you will pay. Yes or no? So most of the investments deduction he may not know. So what information you have with you? You are deducting PF for Kiran Gangaram, right? So you know one deduction is there. He is not eligible for ESI. There is only one, that is how much? Every month, it is an investment in PF account. It is eligible under section 80C. So every month equals to minus every month 1800 multiplied by 12. So what is the yearly PF investment deduction allowed?
21,000.
So on the income minus these 21,000. So out of 19 lakhs 46,000, the net taxable income is 19 lakhs 25,200. You got my point here. In next year he should explain, he will get eligibility, he will get refund. I will also tell you now. In this case only I will show. So now apply the slabs. What are the slabs you are going to apply? 0 to old or new. We used deductions. So old or new? Only in old. $10 lakhs to above. Now you tell me, out of 19 lakhs of income, how much income will be falling in 2.5? 2,50,000. Another 2 lakh. 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. What is income more than 10 lakhs? 9 lakhs. Correct? These 19 lakhs 25,200 divided into slabs. 4 slabs. Slab rate 0%, 5%, directly 30%. 2,50,000 into 3. So 0 plus 12 plus 1 lakh total tax. If I pay monthly 1,66,000, Kiran Gangaram will generate 19 lakhs, nearly 20 lakhs income in this year. He should pay taxes to government in the assessment year. How much? This is a tax. Again there is a rule. 87A. Remember 87A? What is 87A? Tax rebate, tax discount, tax relaxation up to 12,500. To whom it is applicable? Income less than. If any person income is less than 5 lakhs, he will eligible to get discount. But is a person is eligible now? Income more than 5 lakhs. So discount to 0. So tax payable. This is what? Plus surcharge. On tax, cess will be applicable. If applicable, surcharge also. 10% surcharge on tax if income more than 50 lakhs. 15% surcharge on tax if income more than 1 crore. 20% surcharge on tax if income more than 2 crore. 25, it is actually 37%, later reduced. 25% surcharge on tax if income more than 5 crore. This surcharge is applicable to this fellow. Is not crossing 50 lakhs. But whom? See, Bala Saheb Ramkishan Kadam, whose monthly salary 30 lakhs. So if monthly salary 30 lakhs, it cross 5 crore. Yes?
2 crores.
3 crore 60 lakhs.
So he comes under.
See. 3 lakhs is 30 lakhs is what? Only basic plus 50% basic HRA plus DA.
He crosses.
It cross 5 crore. So he need to pay more. On this tax 4%, on this tax extra 10%, 15, 20, 25 based on the applicability.
I think he may get half of salary only.
Okay, yes. Look. Now, so on how much cess? How much surcharge? So if I pay in this year monthly 1,66,000, he will generate yearly 19 lakhs, nearly 20 lakhs, and he should pay how much total taxes? 33 lakhs 90,000 60 rupees he should pay to next year. But I will divide this into 12 parts. So I will deduct every month how much? Every month from his salary I will deduct 32,000. I will deposit in the e-portal. Did we deposited 194J? You remember the class? Same way I will deduct 32,000. Likely I will deduct for 12 months. So every month I will deduct 32,000. Likely for 12 months. The same amount 3,90,060, which is his liability. So in financial year, in the name of TDS, I will deduct the same 32,000, the total 3,90,000, which is his future liability. So in the next year, whether he filed the income tax return or not, whether he paid taxes to government or not, there will be no loss to government because he already taxed in the name of TDS. जोर से बोलो. Yes.
Almost end of the.
It is rule, na? It is there in the rule, so you have to.
See, person who is earning more, definitely he has to pay more.
India have progressive tax system. As much you earn, that much you need to pay. Look, in next year, how much says he should pay? 15,602 by 12. So on yearly basis, you deduct. Again that will become same amount. Any surcharge you need to pay next year. So in this year also don't deduct anything. ऐसा अगर फ्यूचर में असेसमेंट पे करने का है तो अब डिडक्ट करना, असेसमेंट पे करने का जरूरत नहीं तो नहीं. ओके. So now for Kiran Gangaram, how much? 32,505. This is a payroll. 32,505 plus cess. How much? 1,300. Likely you need to do it. How much? 1,300 just. So any surcharge?
No, surcharge is no. Amount is
13. Just to 1,320 paisa.
Yeah.
So it's 1,300 only.
Yeah.
Likely you also need to do for all other employees. You do it. Everything you should bear. In India, it's all now common. What is the total deductions? All these red color indicators are deductions. So equals to sum, open bracket, from PF deduction to surcharge. All they are deductions. So 1,66,000 income, 35,000 deductions. So total gross earnings minus deduction equals to what? Net salary. Likely you need to calculate these for every employee.
Yeah, but they don't pay tax.
Yeah, they will get salary.
Now,
MLA, MP also they will get salary. For them the applicable section is 192A. State government, while giving salary to MLA, MP, state government accounts department also will deduct a TDS, will deposit in the same name. They also need to file the returns. No one excluded. Tax goes to central government. This income tax collected completely by central government. Roads, infrastructure, army, सबको maintain करना पड़ेगा ना. Look, you got this clear? I will also show these deposits. TDS deposits. So now everything is clear. I am going to remove all this information. Look. So like that you need to calculate for every employee. If any employee needs to pay taxes in next year, you need to deduct TDS, okay? But you always remember, you can type this as TDS. Most of the people print in the name, they will actually mix it up. Don't mix it. You need to maintain the total is what? His future tax you are deducting in the name of TDS. But even in TDS you need to maintain column wise. Out of TDS, what is income tax? What is cess? What is surcharge? This 3 column will be known as what? TDS. You don't maintain in a single column because you need to explain column wise only. So you maintain in column wise, so it will become easy to explain while filing 24Q, TDS on salary returns. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to discuss TDS returns filing to the continuation. So we deducted 32,505 from Kiran Gangaram and 1300 cess from Kiran Gangaram. So you remember the class? The class is what? This class. Our company name, SS Enterprises, our PAN. So consider this case 1, case 2 in SS Enterprises. This salary also belongs to same SS Enterprises, so same company. So here case 3 we have completed now. What is case 3? TDS on. That's what I completed this. Previously we have completed case 1, right? TDS on professional technical, TDS on rent. So assume now I covered case 3. This is the wrong thing, so I did not cover this. I explained, see, instead of explaining only salary, I explained the remaining pay heads also. Just to cover this both. Look. On the day I have given you one more sample TDS challan register for SS Enterprises, you remember? So in that class we deducted TDS on technical services and rent we deposited TDS with the government, correct? Now also you need to deduct, if we have deducted TDS, you need to deposit TDS, you need to maintain the challan information like that, okay? For whom? Our employees. Our employees, their PAN if available, you also need to maintain PAN, okay? So में आ गया? I will show, okay, instead of doing all this, I will show you for one person. Oh, who is that fellow? Kiran Gangaram, we have deducted TDS. So it months belongs to which month? April. April comes under which quarter? Quarter 1. TDS 24Q or 26Q? TDS on salary or other than salary?
24Q.
Because it is a salary. So 24Q. And what is the party name? Kiran Gangaram. If Kiran Gangaram have the PAN card, I also need to explain the PAN card. Let's say BFGPT 3830E. Next, what is the total amount you are going to pay? Amount paid. What is amount paid? You can see the yellow color. Net amount 1 lakh of 1 lakh 30. Gross income is not. You are not going to declare gross income. 1 lakh 66 is not. Amount you paid. What is the amount you paid? 1 lakh 30,000. 795. How tough? Don't write TDS. You should change the name. Right click, insert. This is tax. The 3 columns merge, add a title. The 3 columns can be named as TDS. But out of TDS, what is the tax amount? 32,505. Cess 1300. Surcharge in this way. Surcharge 0. And here, transaction date. I paid salaries on 30th of April 2023. So same day I deducted TDS 30 April 2023 and TDS deposit. Now I go and deposit. Ye ho gaya. So I am going to close the payroll sheet. I am maintaining only TDS challan register. So go to where? Which portal? Go to e-portal, income tax. Here is our TAN card number, HYDS. So go to login in income tax portal, HYDS 68427C, login via PAN card. Go to e-file, e-pay taxes. Go to where? New payment. When Kiran Gangaram will utilize the money? Next year, assessment year. So 24-25, regular payment or demand payment? It's a regular payment. So proceed pay TDS. What is the regular payment code? 200. What is the section? 192. Payment for employees other than government employees. What is the section? Full section 192B, short section 92B. So select the section, click on continue. Tax amount how much? 32,505. Any surcharge you have? 0. Any tax amount, cess amount you have? You need to pay total 33,000 out of 1,66,000 salary of the person. You deducted 33,000. You paid balance. Correct? So I will deposit rupee 1. Go to pay UPI. I go by SBI. I am going to pay rupees 200. Payment code, regular payment or demand payment? 200. Pay now. Accept. Submit to bank. UPI. You make the payment. Excuse me, you make the payment. Currently my phone is on flight mode. I am recording this class.
No problem, but not SBI, sir.
Any UPI scan. You have PhonePe, Google Pay?
Yes.
Any UPI you can make the payment. I am recording my voice in my phone. So my phone is on flight mode. I cannot make the payments. How much we supposed to pay? Actually 33,000 change. How much we are paying now? A sample I am making a payment. Okay. Is it scanned?
Yeah.
Okay. Payment is done. Okay. Wait for 5 seconds. The challan will be generated. You tell me one thing. While depositing these 33,000, did we reported Kiran Gangaram name to government? Did we reported Kiran Gangaram actual salary to government? Did we reported Kiran Gangaram PAN card to government?
Yes.
No.
No.
I maintain in Excel. I did not report it to government in this payment.
Okay.
So government don't know that this payment belongs to Kiran Gangaram. Now after 3 months you need to download this challan. Now the amount deposited on our TAN card, we need to file TDS return. We need to transfer these challans, these amounts from our TAN card to their PAN card. After 3 months. What is our process after 3 months? Download TDS softwares, prepare TDS returns, upload on RPU. Now we are maintaining data in Excel. So whatever data you maintain in Excel, you need to dump data from Excel to RPU. You remember this class? That is the next step. Yeah, now the payment is done. We got challans. What is the date of deposit? What is the deadline to deposit? Whatever you deducted in April, by May 7th. So let's say, and I deposited to government on 1st May. After depositing, what is the BSR code I got now in this challan? I downloaded challan. Now the payment is done. Download the challan, and immediately you need to note down the challan numbers. 0002271 apostrophe 0002271 challan number 18966 apostrophe 18966 TDS section
192.
add one more section here. This is TDS section 192B. Add one more short section. You remember? Just last 3 digits. 92B. TDS percentage column you can remove. Delete. Payment, regular payment, demand payment. Like this you should do. But companies deposit all employees TDS at a time. Now I calculated only for one employee, so I paid. You calculate total how much tax deposited, deduct TD, try to come to know what is the total tax. Explain. So here, if you in one challan, if you deposited all employees amount, you use the same challan number for every employee. You got my point? As I counted only for one person, I paid for only one person. You count for all person instead of making multiple challans, wasting time, creating confusion in one payment, mix up. Now you see, so in one challan for only one employee, what is the tax? You come to know what is the total tax including all the employees and mention that tax amount in the tax field. Deposit at a time for all employees, single challan can be used. For 10 employees, let's say it is 1 lakh. Deposit total 1 lakh in a single challan. For all employees, note down same challan numbers. Same BSR code. So total amount deposited same, total transfer amount also same. Okay. I shown you for one employee. You should do what like this. For every employee, calculate it together, deposit together, note down same challan numbers to all employees. Okay. This is the class. Tomorrow we'll show again how to dump this Excel data to 24Q. I hope it's clear. Right? Go. See you tomorrow.